Hello friends, I am Poonam Badgujar, Senior Chemistry Faculty in Vidya Mandir classes. This is our fifth lecture of the acid, bases and salts, where we are going to cover the Pearson uh, workbook questions, that is whole workbook questions, that is starting from the basic to the advanced, right? If you see your screen, you will find worksheet 8.1. I'm just discussing two or three examples, and remaining you have to do by yourself, right? This state the true and false. This you have to tell whether the statement is true or false. कि ये statement सही है या गलत है. I'm just discussing two, and remaining you have to do by yourself. Citric acid is a natural acid. Obviously बात है, yes it is true because citric acid is present in the citrus food and it is a natural acid, right? Bases taste are sour. No, bases are not sour. Acids are salt. So this statement is false, and correct statement is the acids are salt and bases are bitter in nature. Remaining three you have to do by yourself. If I'm discussing the match, the following: oxalic acid. Oxalic acid, if you remember, then the oxalic acid is present in the spinach. पालक में प्रेजेंट होता है, पालक एंड टमाटोज में ऑक्सालिक एसिड प्रेजेंट होता है, राइट? Next, filling the blanks I'm talking about. So, curd contains which acid? Lactic acid. Sixth part I'm discussing. Curd contain the lactic acid. And the second part you can see is known as the slaked lime. I told you slaked lime, calcium hydroxide is a slaked lime, which is basically used for whitewashing, if you remembered, right? Answer in brief. What is alkali? I am just discussing the second part of define alkalis. Alkali means what? Soluble bases are known as alkalis, right? Okay, then what is the full form of TNT? TNT is trinitrotoluene, which is an used for explosive. Now next, this is tick the correct option. This is your MCQ. The acid present in ant sting is formic acid, acetic acid, tannic acid, and amino acid. The which is the correct one? The ant acid contains the formic acid, right? And sulfuric acid is an artificial acid, strong acid, mineral acid, or all of the above. Sulfuric acid is a artificial acid. It is a strong acid, yes. It is a mineral acid also because it is obtained from the mineral rock and minerals and all of the above. D is the correct answer for the sulfuric acid, right? Sulfur the odd and give a reason for your choice. Hydrochloric acid, citric acid, acetic acid, lactic acid. If I talk about citric acid, acetic acid and lactic acid, all are the organic acid, but the hydrochloric acid is a mineral acid. So what is the odd in this? Is the hydrochloric acid is the odd in this, right? Hydrochloric acid is odd in this, right? Next is the classify the following as acidic, basic and neutral. If I talk about the vinegar, vinegar is acid or basic? This is acidic. Soap solution is basic, and remaining you have to do by yourself. You have to tell the sugar solution is acidic, basic or neutral, ammonia and oranges juice, right? Now the answer these questions. State any three properties of acid, name two mineral acid. Properties of acid, you can say कि they are sour in taste, they are not sloppy, they are not soapy touch, and they convert the blue litmus into red, right? There are the three properties you have, and you have to tell the mineral acid. Mineral acids are those acids which are obtained from the rock and salt and minerals, right? Mineral and rocks. Two mineral acids are nitric acid, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, phosphoric acid, all are the mineral acid. I'm just discussing the fifth one. Explain the neutralization with an example. Neutralization reaction is the reaction in which acid react with the base or base react with the acid, form the salt and water. Or you can say कि acid neutralizes base or base neutralizes acid, and forming salt and water is known as a neutralization reaction. Example is Example I'm just taking. Hydrochloric acid is an acid which is react with a base NaOH will form water and NaCl. Right? This is an example. This is an acid. This is a base will form water and salt. Right? Next we are moving. Answer these following and list any four properties of the base. You can tell I've told you the about the acid, so I'm just discussing the third one. What happen when iron is treated with the sulfuric acid? देखो, you can write the answer directly, otherwise you can write the answer in the equation form is the better way to answer it, and explain that equation where iron is Fe and hydrochloric acid is H2SO4 react with each other, and देखो, this is a metal which is react with an acid will form hydrogen gases evolved. The gas evolution can be shown by this upward arrow. Plus iron sulfate will get formed. Iron sulfate, the formula is FeSO4. Uh, this is FeSO4, right? I'm just writing with the, just hold a second. I'm just writing smaller possible. Okay. See, this is FeSO4. 4 is the iron sulfate, right? Where the iron sulfate is green in color and the bubbles are formed. What happen when no, the bubbles will, hydrogen bubbles will evolve and the iron sulfate is green color solution. The solution which is colorless will turn into green color solution. Next is complete the following table naming anion and the cation in the following potassium nitrate. So first part of the acid, base or salts, first part is always be positive and the second part always be negative. So anion is the nitrate, anion is, this is anion is nitrate and cation is potassium, right? First part is cation, second part is anion, right? Understood? Okay, then calcium is cation, sulfate is an ion. Okay, you can do by yourself right now. Next, this is an advanced sheet where the during a break time in a cricket match some student drank lemon soda while others took normal water. What do you think each drink contain, how it can be identified? First of all lemon soda and दूसरा is the normal water. तो normal water को मैं एक बार एक काम कर सकती हूँ, litmus paper से check कर लो. litmus paper से check करूंगी तो normal water is neutral in nature, but lemon soda क्या होगा, slightly acidic in nature होगा, right? Because उसमें lemon है, lemon is the citric acid क्या है? Okay, lemon soda is basically acidic in nature, so it will turn the blue litmus into red litmus, and the pH of the lemon soda is less than 7, and the pH of the normal water is 7, right? Guys, you have to do all the remaining questions and the question discussed in the worksheet by yourself in the notes and be on time to solve the assignment, right? Thank you, guys.